Yes.
Hey everyone, Aisha and Tiffin here. We wanted to hop on and share with you some really exciting updates and information that's going to really help you build momentum in your business, gather leads, and take your business to the next level. So to give you a little bit of background, when you hit silver, you get put into a silver and above group. And one of the perks in that group is a once a month diamond maker call. This is a call where all the silvers and above come together and we mastermind, we share ideas, we have guest speakers on the call, and there's a ton of value. And so today we had a guest speaker who was Lee Freiling. She's a presidential diamond in Canada, and she seriously rocked the BOGOs with her team. So since we just had BOGOs, we actually wanted to bring her on the call and have her share her tips, because what we find is when BOGO season comes around, which it will come around again in the fall, we're hoping for November, we want you all to be prepared, and we want you to actually start preparing for that now. So when BOGO season comes, you don't get overwhelmed and don't know what to do, but you know exactly what to do. You have people waiting for all of those screaming deals, and then you can also use that to leverage and convert all of those people into enrollments. So she shared her awesome tips. You guys, she had 600 new enrollments on her team in 1 week. That is how powerful this is. So we have posted on both the Essential Wellness and the Pathway to Success and the Team Rise Builders page a post that says, create your recruitment group. But we wanted to come on and share with you more about what a recruitment group is, what it looks like, and what exactly you're going to do with it. So Tiffin, share with us what a recruitment group is and exactly what we're going to do with it.
Okay. So your recruitment group is your VIP group. It is your customer group, and it's where you put all of your potential customers. So basically the way that she said it, and I loved her terminology, is people enroll when they're ready, when the time is right. When it's their right time or your right time or the right time, that's when they enroll. And she puts them there to simmer. She said, you can't just expect that it's a one-touch thing. And the other thing that I thought was really important is she said it took years to cultivate this. All of her team is sort of trained, and their customers, right, are all ready for this. And they have this, and they have it moving successfully. So we wanted to start now in July and really start you with a small, like seedling, like a cultivation place where you can put potential people. So let's say you're at the store and you meet someone and you want to get to know them or whatever and invite them to class or whatever. This is a place where you could add them, right? It's where your leads sit to simmer and where you nurture them. Okay. Or like at a class, she said to add it into every class where you put, one second, let me find my notes. She said to add into every class for people who didn't enroll, like hug them at the door and say, thank you so much for coming. By the way, do you want to be added to this group so you can continue to get information so when you are ready or when the time is right? And she added them. I thought it was amazing to just have this place where recruitments go.
What I love about
and
this,
she said everything is permission based. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, while you were looking at your notes, what I absolutely love about this is one thing that I hear so often from so many people is, I don't know how to keep track of my leads. You know, they're on Scratch notes, they're in my phone, you have a tickler system, you have a Google Doc. A lot of people we find don't actually have a system for this. So what's really great is if your system is to bring them all into a group, then they're all in one place. And you spend your time nurturing that group. And as Tiffin said, oftentimes, you know, people need several touches with an item before they're going to be ready to buy. So if you've had somebody come to your class, they're just newly learning about the oils, they haven't purchased, most oftentimes they leave and you never see them again, or they don't enroll. And then maybe a year later, they enroll with somebody else because you never followed up. So if you're then able to put them into the group and share tips and tricks and have deals, then that's going to give them several touches and it's going to keep them in your network. And as Tiffin said, then when they're ready to enroll, there's going to be the opportunity for you to enroll them into your organization.
Now here's what I love about this group. This group is a little bit different than what we learned. And this is if you're building this business at any level, whether that's a manager or a presidential, you have your own BOGO group. You have your own private group, okay? This doesn't take away from your customer base, right? So once they enroll, they then go to your customer loving page, okay? This group is for new, brand new, not enrolled yet, or your personal enrollments that are brand new during the BOGO month. Say all of your enrollments for July, right? It's sort of a smaller group of special, that they get special different attention. And she said, you know, it's important to have the Facebook Lives, the graph. This is for anyone who is building the business. And like I said, it's different than what we've been doing. So for instance, for me, I have, you know, my group with my 5 legs or whatever. Each of those legs have their legs in different teams. No, this is like, we would have 50 different groups instead of one. And that way there's no conflict. I am focused on building my business. And she said in here, how did she say it, Aisha? It was really beautiful. She talked about, one of the reasons that you want to do this is because it keeps action and it keeps people really savvy, right? You're on the pulse of what's happening in your business and in your market. And she said you have 2 responsibilities as a builder. One is you have to be mindful of your entire team, and you have to be mindful of your own business and your own enrollments. So this will take you out of management mode and into continually enrolling mode.
Another thing, yes.
That's kind of how she said it.
This I thought was a gem, is you have a group where you're nurturing people and you can ask them to invite their friends to the group. In fact, one day a week, or you could do it as a promo where you say, invite a friend, and for every friend you invite, you enter into a drawing. So suddenly, you know, we talked about tapping into different networks. You have tapped into your friends' networks and exploded your group with leads. And you're doing this by just that connecting process. So this is a absolutely brilliant way to grow your warm market. And I have so many people say, oh, well, my warm market's tapped out. Well, you know what? Every single person literally knows thousands of people, right? So every single friend you have, every single person you have in there gives you access to thousands of more people that you can tap into.
There's a couple of reasons for this group. And one of them is, and I just want to reiterate, this is basically what she called a doTERRA light group. This is not where you get into heavy things. This is not the group where you say, hey, how do I take care of X, Y, and Z illness? That gets deleted and put on a learner group or an education group or a customer service based group where we're into deeper learning and we dive into the emotions, and there's hundreds, thousands even of people on there. That's what that group is for. This one is doTERRA light. Okay, they're not enrolled. You don't know if they're with the FDA. Like, this is a doTERRA light compliant group, super fun, right? Monthly or weekly giveaways. You're just nurturing and you're giving back and you're making them see that it is super fun. So this ties in with Jody Hoffman's 96% of how it keeps it super fun, right? So tying in her ideas from that webinar that we had and this together can make this really beautiful. So if you watched that video or didn't, there's a lot of ideas on how to bring life in, right? So like an idea on this doTERRA light group would be for you to introduce the oil of the month, right? This month it's On Guard. Little quick video, 5 minutes, Facebook Live of how to use On Guard. That's what you get this month when you place an LRP order. What's an LRP? Then you get to talk about what that is or put a quick video in or whatever. You can make it your own, but it's really about cultivating relationships on this page and a place for a community to start building and simmering where, you know, Sally says she really likes this and so likes this. And one of the other things is this page is for you in the event that you want to rank or push for rank. You have everything you need, your personal enrollments and all of your leads in one place. So you're in control of what you do with your team and how you're going to push it forward. Is that
yes.
sort
So you
of?
guys, I hope
Okay.
you get how absolutely valuable this is. And there's so many multiple ways you can use this as leverage in your business. And as Tiffin said, when you're pushing for rank, when you need some extra volume, if people aren't ready to enroll yet, you could even gather some retail sales and have them pay you directly and place those orders where you need them. When BOGO week comes, you can offer a lot of your own incentives, and you don't have to worry about other leaders and different leads and who's sending this to whatever person, because they're all going to be your people that are going to then enroll, and then you can place them into your organization as needed. So Tiffin, there were some really fun names that she shared about what to call the group. So we thought we would just throw out some ideas, and you can just make it short and simple and fun in your own. But what are some of those titles that she shared?
One of them was oil tips, hacks, and deals. So you can make them your own, obviously. Mine is obviously about shenanigans and essential oils. So on there, we have in Essential Wellness and in Team Rise, the link that Aisha talked about at the beginning, where we want you to post a screenshot and take action within the next 48 hours to put your page, to start your page and start it now. And everything is permission based. Okay, this is really important. You don't want to add anyone to a group that doesn't want to be there. That's the worst energy. This is all about a high vibe, right? You really want people who want to be there, and they want to be there because of you. So you want to make sure that you ask them, hey, I've got this great page. We give giveaways, and whatever you do, obviously you keep to your word. So you do monthly giveaways or you do weekly giveaways, and you don't want to invest all of your time and energy into this. This is something in addition to your building activities. One of the things I talk about was, she said, and I really liked this, they made a conscious effort. They got together before BOGO started and said, we do not want to game the system and figure out how to manipulate BOGOs. What we want to do is we want to make BOGOs really beautiful, and we want to make them about enrolling people and getting people on your team. So one of the things that they said was, and because they had trained their team and they had this cultivation of people ready for BOGOs, right? So you have all these people that have been buying them at wholesale but never had their own wholesale account. So she stopped it short this time. And every person stood in this line and said, you can only purchase the BOGOs at retail. Now, enrollment incentives and membership incentives. But for this, purchase retail. So that means they purchased the BOGO at retail, and they paid retail, they paid full shipping. That's it. Unless they got a wholesale account, that was it. There were no exceptions. And when they did this, the response to older customers that were disappointed was really simple and really beautiful. And this is what she said: we're just not doing that anymore. That's it. That's how she responded to everything. We're just not doing that anymore. And then she went on to say, I was robbing you of points, perks, and shipping reimbursement. I really want you to benefit from those. Okay. So when you have people that are difficult or that are used to getting deals and they don't want the responsibility of, this, whatever, this is a really easy way to start fresh and say, we're just not doing that anymore. This is the direction we're going in.
I love it. I think we've covered it. Is there anything else we need to cover? We don't want to have this too long.
Only that this, you have to start now. If you want to cultivate people and get people excited, maybe everybody on here, if it's not too much, just put something in your calendar once a week and have a friend add a friend. So if you add 5 people between now and 2 weeks from now, and then that following week, right before we go to convention, you're like, hey, can everybody add a friend? Just think about that. When you're at convention, you have an audience that has not bought oils yet that you get to introduce all the new oils to. So just imagine if each of us had 15 new people that don't have oils that are sitting on these pages, and they all want convention kits, or they all want the new oils and they want to enroll with a convention kit, or they want to enroll with the new products starting whenever. So this is just, we have all these things that we can be able to talk to them about from now until the first of the year. So we can really start cultivating. So our next BOGO season we're going to run a huge contest, obviously, right, Aisha? About
right? Yeah.
the most
huge
enrollments.
contest.
Whoever gets the most enrollments during BOGO weeks. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, you guys.
Okay,
so
and then you explain the Wednesday call to action.
Yes. So, and I want to summarize really quick because I love to summarize. So take action now. You're going to create a group, not a page, a group. You're going to title it whatever you want, and you're going to start inviting friends and family that do not yet have a doTERRA account. Okay. You also want to make sure that you're not inviting other people, just make sure they don't have a doTERRA account. That is the requirement to get in the group. I really want to stress this, if you have a class or a one-on-one and someone does not enroll, you want to make sure and get them in that group. Okay. Because this is going to give you the opportunity to keep all your people together and to keep nurturing them. Once they join, then you get to open them up to all of the perks of Team Rise and Essential Wellness. The webinars, the bigger pages, those are a perk for joining. So again, this is a doTERRA light group where you're getting tips and tricks and Facebook Lives and oils of the week. And you could have Facebook Live classes there. You could have a Monday night, kind of 101 basics class right there with a whole audience. You can have all kinds of fun and participation. I mean, there's just so many good things you can do here. So we want you, and don't overthink this, just start it. You're going to work it out as we go. We can continue to have discussion about it, brainstorm about it, just get it going. Okay. And so you have 48 hours to make this happen. And I say, just do it. Watch this, get off this call, do it. Okay. And then if you're on the Essential Wellness Pathway to Success page, so if you're under my team, post the photo of your Facebook page on the thread, and you're going to enter to win a prize. And or if you're on the Team Rise Builder page and you're under Erin's leg and you're not under me, then you're going to post on her thread, and then we will choose 2 winners from that. And again, we'll continue to have discussion and conversation and share tips and tricks about what to do with these pages. But right now, we just want all of you to take action. Tiffin's doing this. Erin is doing this. I'm doing this. We are all doing this together. Okay?
Yep.
So that really wraps it up. That's what we have to share. We're super excited, you guys. And this is your momentum, moving into convention, moving into the fall, moving into December. We are moving into the most awesome part of the year where massive momentum can happen with your business. So we want you to be prepared for that. Okay? I think that wraps it up. Thank you, dear.
Get into action. Bye.